In September 1666, one of the most devastating disasters in London's history occurred: the Great Fire of London. Starting on the 2nd of September, the fire would burn for 4 days, completely destroying large parts of the city. It ravaged the homes, businesses, and landmarks of London, leaving thousands homeless and causing millions of pounds in damages. But despite the vast destruction, remarkably, there were very few deaths. Let's explore how this fire started, its impact, and how it shaped the future of London. The fire began in the early hours of the 2nd of September 1666 at a bakery on Pudding Lane, owned by a baker named Thomas Fariner. A small spark from his oven ignited the wooden building, which quickly spread to the neighboring houses. At the time, London's buildings were made mostly of timber and thatch, making the city highly vulnerable to fire. Strong winds blew the flames across the city, feeding the fire and causing it to spread quickly, reaching other parts of London, including the old St. Paul's Cathedral, which would soon be destroyed. As the fire raged on, it quickly became uncontrollable. The narrow, congested streets of London, filled with tightly packed timber houses, provided the perfect conditions for the fire to spread. The flames jumped from building to building, and the fire departments of the time, equipped with limited resources, struggled to put it out. Attempts to fight the fire, including demolishing buildings to create firebreaks, were ineffective due to the intensity of the blaze. By the time the fire was brought under control, on the 6th of September, it had consumed about 4/5 of the city. The Great Fire of London caused widespread destruction, but the loss of life was surprisingly low. Only a handful of people were recorded as having died in the blaze, although it's possible that many more perished, but their deaths were not documented. 87 churches, including the iconic St. Paul's Cathedral, were destroyed. Thousands of homes, businesses, and buildings were reduced to ash. The total cost of the damage was enormous, with estimates ranging from 10 million to 30 million pounds, a vast amount in 17th century currency. The city's economy was severely affected, but the fire also provided an opportunity for rebuilding and urban planning. In the aftermath of the fire, London faced the task of rebuilding from the ground up. The King's Council set in motion new building regulations to prevent such a disaster from occurring again. One of the key reforms was the requirement for new buildings to be constructed with brick or stone, replacing the old timber structures. This change transformed the city's landscape, making it safer and more resistant to future fires. Famous architect Sir Christopher Wren was commissioned to design the new St. Paul's Cathedral, which became one of London's most iconic landmarks. The Great Fire of London left a lasting legacy. Although it caused immense destruction, it also paved the way for modern urban planning and fire safety regulations. The fire ultimately helped shape the future of the city, leading to the creation of more resilient buildings, improved infrastructure, and better firefighting techniques. It also sparked the development of the London Fire Brigade in the years that followed. In addition, the fire highlighted the need for better citywide organization and disaster preparedness, lessons that would influence city planning worldwide. The Great Fire of London may have been a catastrophic event, but it led to essential changes that helped create the modern city of London we know today. The fire remains a pivotal moment in the city's history, and its legacy continues to shape the way we think about urban development and disaster management. Although the flames have long since died down, the impact of the Great Fire can still be seen in the streets of London and the city's architecture. If you enjoyed learning about the Great Fire of London, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating historical stories.